Before solving profit and loss questions, we should be clear with two things. Number one, we should be knowing the concept of percentages and also its tricks. For knowing this, I've given the link in the description. You can just go through the link and know the basics of percentages. And also number two, we should know about the terms which are going to be used in solving profit and loss questions. Alright. Now let's get to know about the terms of profit and loss by using a very simple example. Let's assume I'm buying a pen for rupees 300 rupees and I'm planning to sell the pen for rupees 500 rupees. Now this 300 rupees for which I bought the pen will be called as the cost price of the pen, and this 500 rupees will be called as the selling price of the pen. And in this transaction, I've gained rupees 200, right? So this 200 will be either called as my profit in this transaction or the gain which I've got in this transaction. So whenever the selling price is greater than the cost price, we'll be receiving a profit. What if I'm selling the same pen for just 200 rupees? So here the difference is 100 and basically I'm losing 100 rupees in this transaction, right? This 100 will be termed as my loss. So whenever the selling price is lesser than the cost price, the difference will be called as loss. Alright. Now let's see one more example to understand a couple of more terms. Let's assume I'm just going to a shop to buy a t-shirt and the price on it says it as rupees 1000, which basically means the shopkeeper is trying to sell this to me for 1000 rupees, right? So this can be assumed as the selling price from the owner's perspective. Now this will also be called as the marked price, or sometimes it will be called as the listed price. Now since it's a festive season, the shopkeeper says that I'm just planning to give this for you for 900 rupees. Now this will be assumed as the final selling price, right? And what do we call this difference of 100? This will be called as discount. So the shopkeeper is basically giving me a discount of 100 rupees. Now let's quickly summarize the terms which we have seen so far. When a shopkeeper is buying an item for a particular price, that price will be called as cost price, and the price for which he has planned to sell it will be called as selling price. And whenever the selling price is greater than cost price, the difference between them will be called as profit. And whenever the selling price is lesser than the cost price, the difference will be called as loss, right? And also we saw what is marked price and listed price. Basically they are the same, which is the price which is quoted on the item, right? And also we saw about discount. So whenever the marked price is reduced a bit for the sake of customer, we call that difference between the marked price and the selling price as discount, right? And apart from this, one trick which we are going to follow while we solve questions is, in whatever question we are going to solve, we'll always assume the cost price value as 100%,